A CHP officer handcuffs a Chula Vista firefighter on the scene of a crash. And tonight, we're hearing the reaction over the radio as the incident escalated.
In February of 2014, volunteer firefighter Jacob Gregoire responded to an accident on the interstate. As an engineer, his duties consisted of pumping water to fires, maintaining equipment on board the engine, and overall safety of the crew while responding to an incident.
Okay, I don't have time for a cell phone. This is ridiculous. CHP is arresting Engineer Gregoire for where he spotted the fire engine.
Gregoire positioned the engine to block oncoming traffic, creating a pocket to protect emergency personnel and the victims on scene. But when a CHP officer arrived late, he immediately began instructing firefighters to move their apparatus to get the highway open once again.
Firefighters say they park at an angle to protect emergency crews, patients, and drivers.
While two other fire engines left the scene, Gregoire says he refused to leave because his rig was acting as a buffer, protecting the ambulance from traffic.
In the middle of patient care, Engineer Gregoire refused, citing safety concerns, which led to the officer arresting him for obstruction.
We asked you to clear the road and you said no, and you've been arrested for doing it.
We're in the middle of patient care with patients on the freeway. They're putting him in handcuffs at this time and walking him away.
He made all firefighters look good in that situation. He was there to protect the citizens, and he was willing to take a stand to do that.
Gregoire was handcuffed and detained for approximately 30 minutes before being released, and eventually the officer was identified as Sergio Flores, and the CHP stood by their officer's actions.
A local firefighter who was cuffed by the CHP at an accident scene says that he was humiliated inside the CHP cruiser.
It was a very odd, surreal situation. I asked him, I said, well, are you prepared to take care of these two patients? And he replied, without even thinking, those two people are not my problem.
Afterward, Gregoire filed a lawsuit for the wrongful arrest and excessive force.
Because of a bulky uniform and past shoulder pain, he asked Officer Flores to loosen the cuffs.
I said, I'm not going anywhere. Can you please just loosen the cuffs? Click. They got a little bit tired.
Gregoire says when he asked again, the officer laughed at him.
Officer Sergio Torres claimed that he was entitled to qualified immunity because making the unlawful arrest was a reasonable mistake. He would also argue that handcuffing an arrestee was not excessive force.